Resistors in series and parallel may seem straightforward at first. However, sometimes a circuit can look very complicated and you're not sure what's in series and what's in parallel. So here I've devised a mathematical problem. At first we have a 300 ohm resistor starting from the positive voltage of the 5 volts. This big line means this is the positive port and the smaller line means that's the negative port. We meet a 330 ohm resistor, then it splits into two paths at 220 and 100, and those are further divided awkwardly with a 100 and 220 ohm resistor, connected back to the negative voltage supply. To identify what's in series and parallel, the best thing that you can do is redraw the circuit and do it slowly, step by step, like this. What it comes down to is just one resistor hanging out in series and two sets of two parallel resistors. The awkwardness comes from the fact that the resistor, 220 ohm, is hanging out here, but it's no different than it hanging up here, for example, to make it look symmetrical. So recall your resistors in series and parallel. In series, you add them up together. In parallel, you have to do the inverse. A little trick is to multiply the two resistors and then divide it by the sum. Basically, I've just inverted this guy. And so we'll treat A as one section, B as another. Do out our maths step by step. It rounds up to 69 each because they're both 220 and 100 ohms. It makes sense that we got the same answer. And ultimately, we have three resistors in series. The 330, a 69 here, and a 69 here. Add them all together and you should get something around 468 ohms. To prove this concept and idea, this guy is 330, this guy is 220 and 100. They're in parallel, and the next set are in parallel, 220 and 100. I have just a little wire at the end. We can have a quick look at the resistor value. As we can see, is 0.46 kilo ohms. You might wonder, did we lose an ohm? Ultimately, it comes down to just statistical physics. Something somewhere went wrong. First of all, we rounded up those 69s. Second of all, there is some very minor resistance dropped across the wires. And just the electronic components of the multimeter could be rounding up or down ever so slightly more to one side than the other. I wish you the best of luck in your studies.